Today we will look at propagating a monkey tail. No, not a cute monkey tail, but monkey tail cactus. It is an easy to grow, prickly cactus known for its long fuzzy hair-like spines. An ideal plant to grow in a hanging basket.
Originating in the mountains of Bolivia, these are epiphytic plants, meaning instead of growing in soil, they can be found growing out of the cracks of rocks or cliffs in their natural habitat.
Most exciting aspect is these stunning red flowers, which should start sprouting in spring and continue till late summer. The blooms will grow over a week, eventually opening but only remaining so for a day or two before getting droopy and falling off. I have my equipment ready: plastic tray for the cactus mix, knife, scissors, cinnamon, and of course gloves to protect my hands. This long stem decided to branch into 4 stems. I am just going to break each stem off. I will remove these 4 stems and use them for propagation.
I originally bought this cactus online from a nursery. It's about 2.5 years old. So has grown very quickly to get to this size.
Cinnamon powder is used to seal the end of the cut stems.
Cinnamon is a highly effective, natural tool for monkey tail cactus care, primarily used to prevent fungal infections, stop rot, and deter pests. Because these cacti are highly susceptible to rot, it is an essential part of their propagation. Whenever you prune, take cuttings, or accidentally snap a tail, you leave the plant's vascular system exposed to bacteria and fungi. Dust a generous amount of standard, ground household cinnamon directly onto the fresh, raw cut. Cinnamon has natural antifungal and antibacterial properties that act as an organic fungicide. It dries out the wound surface and creates a protective barrier, preventing the stem from going mushy. Taking cuttings about 5 to 7 centimeters long should be a good length. Looking at this stem, I will cut in 2 places and make 3 pieces. Not forgetting making a clean cut at the end that broke off from the mother plant. I am taking these cuttings mid-autumn. It's still warm, so should not be a problem. Of course, summer would be a best time as it would give quicker results. Dip each end of the cut stem onto the cinnamon powder. Make sure the cut end is fully covered with powder. Laying each stem onto the tray, important you know top from bottom. This stem I will also cut into 3 pieces. Monkey tail cacti store their water inside their stems and do not require frequent watering. This also means their root systems are shallow. A fast-draining, potting mix is essential for this plant to not become waterlogged. Buy a commercial brand of cactus and succulent mixture. This stem is shorter, so we'll only cut in half and make 2 cuttings. Always remember to cut the end cleanly that was attached to the mother plant. The flowering period of the monkey tail cactus typically occurs during late spring to early summer, which is generally from November to December in Australia. This is in line with the plant's natural blooming cycle, which is influenced by the changing temperatures and the length of daylight hours. The monkey tail cactus has spectacular, bright red tubular flowers that emerge along the length of the cactus's long, trailing stems. To encourage flowering, ensure that the monkey tail cactus is grown in well-draining potting mix and receives plenty of indirect sunlight and appropriate watering. Avoid the harsh midday sun to help the plant thrive during the blooming season. The last one is long enough to cut into 3 pieces, not forgetting to cut the end that was attached to the mother plant. making sure the cut ends are fully covered with cinnamon. That's the last one. All finished, and now we have 11 cuttings. Set out in the tray and we know which is top and bottom, no mistakes here. We will place the tray in a warm place and leave for 1 week for the ends to seal. If you cut and place in a potting mix straight away, a good chance the cutting would rot.
1 week later.
A week later and all the cuttings are looking good. The ends should have dried and sealed. I am using a shallow seedling tray with some commercial cactus and succulent mix. Now planting each cutting in the tray, firming around the base. For feeding, your monkey tail cactus will benefit from a low nitrogen, high potassium slow-release fertilizer during its growing season, spring and summer. While granules can be used, especially if repotting, a liquid fertilizer is better for an established plant. The monkey tail cactus is not a heavy feeder. Fertilizer is not required during the winter as the plant is dormant and won't be actively using the nutrients. We'll give the cuttings a light watering and will only water when the potting mix is dry. At this stage, the cuttings could rot if overwatered. Now we need to wait 4 weeks or more for the cuttings to form roots. Five weeks have passed and all cuttings are looking good as the day that had been planted in this tray. Now to see the results. Let's remove each cutting and see if any have rooted. First, one looks good, nice root system. Growing tip, another one with good roots. Third one, appears to have no roots yet. Another one with good roots. Next 3 cuttings all have new roots formed. No roots on this one. Growing tip has rooted. Last 2 cuttings have not rooted yet. The process of repotting monkey tail cactus is fairly straightforward, but care must be taken since the stems are fragile and can break off if not careful. Use a premium quality cacti and succulent potting mix. This product has the 5 ticks of the approved Australian standard. 6 months fertilizer, wetting agent, trace elements, calcium, potassium and a coarse grit mixture, all ideal for our cactus. Given that it is a cactus, gloves can also be worn, although not mandatory as the spines are not sharp unlike a typical cactus. Ideally repot every 2 to 3 years or when the plant outgrows its pot. So, after 5 weeks, The results are 7 have rooted and 4 no signs of roots yet. All the growing tip cuttings did root. Though 4 cuttings did not show signs of rooting, they are still firm and in good condition. Still chance they will grow roots but will take longer. Next, is to pot up all the cuttings, even the ones without roots yet, into small pots. Not burying the cutting too deep and firming in. Using the commercial cacti and succulent potting mix. I hope in time, the unrooted cuttings will form roots. This cactus likes warmer climates but can withstand colder temperatures due to its native mountain environment. Although it can handle cold, if you have this growing outside, it's best to bring it inside or somewhere protected when temperatures get below freezing, during the winter months. During the growing season you can water your cactus weekly, just be careful to not overwater. The old saying, when in doubt underwater. Remember that the stems store water so can experience long periods without water. As the plant enters dormancy, through winter, it will use these reserves, so you only need to water every couple weeks and very lightly. Water regularly during the growing season, allowing the potting mix to dry out between watering and reduce watering in winter to prevent root rot. The warmer the air, the more frequently you'll need to water. When it is cloudy and cold, it will take the potting mix longer to dry out. Keep the potting mix even drier during winter when a monkey cactus needs to rest for a few months in a cool area. This dormant period is necessary for it to bloom well next season. I will leave these in a warm place throughout winter. Will only water when the potting mix dries out. It thrives in hanging baskets, where its stems can cascade freely. All potted and now to water in. I hope the few tips for growing and propagating the monkey tail cactus in this video will give you success too.